I'm Candy Scott, and I'm CEO of Highland Laboratories, and this is
John Mills. I'm the Director of Quality and Compliance at Highland, and I also formulate the products.
So we're here today to talk about Colfax Plus D, which is a great product, especially we're talking about it at the right time of the year, as you can see the leaves in the background. So we'll start with the first ingredient of this product, and that is vitamin D.
Vitamin D, very important vitamin for the immune support. It's a very important vitamin for the entire body. Actually, it's actually not a vitamin. It's actually a hormone that the body utilizes to regulate itself completely. So
now that's going to concern some people, John. Hormone.
Yeah, hormone, but it really shouldn't, because you're thinking like hormone replacement therapy, you know, estrogen, progesterones, and vitamin D is not estrogen, progesterone, or any of those types of hormones.
Oh.
Vitamin D is a regulatory hormone that governs the immune system, it governs circulatory support, it looks at the entire body's calcium storage system, its uptake system, its release system, how it's utilized in the plasma. It is actually an ingredient which affects the entire body holistically, as opposed to something like the estrogens, which are, you know, just one aspect of the body.
Sure. So it's kind of a director.
Yes, it's a director. That's a very good way to put it.
Mm-hmm. So why 5,000 units? That's what we put in 2 capsules in this product. Are you concerned about that? Is that a high dosage?
No, well, actually, it would be considered high dose in today's medical place. But the AMA is currently in the process of working with FDA to change that value. AMA is looking at moving it from roughly 1,000 to 2,000 IUs daily. So the RDA will be moving up in that. The current level, 400 IUs, is considered insufficient even to maintain normal vitamin D levels.
Well, it's just been recently, I would say in the last year, that we've heard so much about vitamin D. And of course, we're from the Northwest, that's where we live, and we see very little light during this time of the year. The days are short, we have a lot of cloud cover. I think it becomes even more important.
It's actually critical. Anything north of about the Mason-Dixon line area, which would be the northern Arizona, Tennessee, Oklahoma, that area there, anything north of that is so reduced in vitamin D during the wintertime that there is essentially nothing being generated in the skin. You could go with full body exposure in Boston at this time of year, and other than freezing to death, you would actually not generate any vitamin D.
Wow. So it's pretty important. So this is one of the stars of this product, is the vitamin D. It's really critical. The next ingredient is a vitamin, and it's niacin.
Niacin's in the product only to encourage the movement, to support the circulatory system and encourage the movement of the nutrients through the body.
Mm-hmm. It dilates the blood vessel.
It does. The 10 milligrams is not enough to cause flushing in, you know, the majority of the population, 99.99% of the population.
Sure. So that next would be zinc citrate, and we have 15 milligrams of that in 2 capsules, and it's a citrate form.
It is a citrate form. That's a chelate, and zinc citrate is a very soluble, very absorbable form of zinc. Mm-hmm. Zinc, of course, is very important to the body. It has enzymatic activity in something like 220 different enzymes or so. It is probably one of the most important minerals to the body. But it also has copper in the formulation, and copper is a balancing. They work synergistically with each other, zinc and copper. You have to have the appropriate ratios there in order for either one to work correctly.
Right. And one of the reasons we like citrate is that there is a citric acid cycle in the body.
Yes.
So the body knows exactly how to use this product.
Yes. And once again, the zinc is there. Normally you would use zinc as a lozenge to suck on the zinc, to leave it in your upper respiratory area.
Those of us that have experienced that know after a while you don't want to do that.
No, it has an unpleasant taste at times. So that's another reason why we're using the zinc citrate, is a solubility form, very easily absorbed then through the intestinal system.
Sure.
And the idea then behind the circulatory support is then to try to move it up into the sinus cavity and that general area.
That's where you get the benefit.
That's where the major benefit of immunosupport for zinc does come from.
Right. Okay. So next we go to garlic. We have 200 milligrams in 2 capsules. And of course that's a traditional remedy.
Very traditional. And I'm not really sure if the fresh garlic, or the garlic rather used, is more to keep people away from you or to actually support your body internally, but there is a long long list of research associated with immunosupport, with circulatory support, with cardiovascular support in that whole aspect of garlic.
Yes. Yes, very important. Then there are three, well, another star of the, not that these aren't all really important, but American Ginseng is a real star of this formula.
American Ginseng is actually a recent addition to the immunosupport line of herbs. In 2005, Canadian research indicated that there was significant support for upper respiratory immuno health. So that's probably one of the most important reasons why we added American ginseng extracts to this.
And American ginseng is grown in the United States. It's also grown in Canada.
Minnesota is its major crop area in the United States. Although we do have some here in the Pacific Northwest, there is the other major producer then is of course Canada.
And it's kind of a cooling ginseng.
It is a cooling. The Panax ginseng, which is the Korean Chinese ginseng, is a warming ginseng. It's on that, on the yin yang Chinese medicine vision the vision of Chinese medicine. The warming ginsengs are not used when you have an when you're in an immuno challenge. You want to use a cooling ginseng or cooling herbs. And in this particular case, the American ginseng is listed as one of the cooling ginsengs.
So then I would say there are three products that kind of have this work the same way, and that is Echinacea, Elderberry, and Astragalus. They're all in this formula in extract forms.
The Echinacea is Echinacea. I mean, what can you say about that? Echinacea is the traditional, herb that is used to support the immune system. And then you also have the Astragalus that's in there. And then
elderberry, because it's wild around here. We don't appreciate it totally.
Elderberry, actually, the research for elderberry came in around 1998, came out of Israel, and showing that elderberry extracts did have some immunosupport function to it. Of course, we always recognize elderberry as being circulatory support, but that extra function came in the research was really kind of a pleasant addition.
And ginger root, 25 milligrams of ginger root.
Ginger root is another one of it has some warming characteristics associated with it, but it's also a cooling herb to some degree. I mean, whenever I was when I was a kid and I wasn't feeling too well, where I was feeling immunocompromised.
And you said that, hey Mom, I'm immunocompromised.
That's right. Mom always gave me ginger ale. Okay, that was just to help calm the stomach down, kind of a thing. So.
Okay, and then Bioperine, which is a registered trademark of Sabinsa.
Sabinsa Corporation. Bioperine is there. It's a pepper extract, and it's there for one reason and one reason only, and that is to encourage the uptake of the nutrient factors which are present in this formulation.
So we have two things. So we have the niacin and the Bioperine that help with the uptake of the remaining ingredients, and then we have, we have a concern about pregnant and lactating women, and dosage-wise, what we recommend on this product.
Right. Well, this product is a seasonal product. It's recommended you start taking it somewhere in October, September, October, and you'd run through March, April, March, somewhere in that area. And the idea behind the product is to take 2 capsules a day. And then if you feel immuno-challenged, then you could take more than that at that time. So you could take upwards of 4 servings a day, which would be a total of 8 capsules. That would yield about 20,000 IUs of vitamin D. The concern then for pregnant and lactating women is that 20,000 IUs of vitamin D.
So they should consult their healthcare professional.
They really need to bring that to their doctor's attention, and then they can address that with them and they can work with them.
Sure. Okay, so this comes in a 60 capsule container, and it's available through Highland Laboratories.